Hi, this is Professor Midet Abisado of the College of Computing and Information Technologies, welcoming you to week number 3 of the course Living in the IT Era. Week number 3 covers disruptive technology, also referred to as disruptive innovation. Let us start our discussion with an example of how disruptive innovation applies to the movie rental industry. Most of you are familiar with the franchise Star Wars, which are one of the top movie grossers on record. Some of the titles you might remember include Revenge of the Sith in 2005, Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi in 2017, and Solo, A Star Wars Story in 2018. How does this play in video rental industry? Movie fans normally wait for the release in cinemas of the much-awaited films in theaters. So if I were to watch the next Star Wars movie, I'd have to wait until the announcement of the date of its release, buy the ticket, and watch in the cinema. There are kind of movie enthusiasts that wants the big screen experience, Dolby, THX, digital surround sound, to have the best cinema experience. These are the kind of customers that we can refer to as the most demanding viewer or the most demanding moviegoers. For people who miss the cinema dates, they'd have to wait until it becomes available in rentals. Home video systems started gaining popularity in the 70s and early 80s. In the Philippines, Video City is one of the players in this arena. Retail video rental stores showed tremendous growth in the 80s up to the early 90s. Much of the profit of these stores comes from the late fee charges on rentals, which did not require any additional product sales and minimal additional labor, but became a major influencer for customers. Which brings us to another player in the movie industry. A wave of technological innovation swept the world during the mid-90s, which later becomes the cause of the fall of the video rentals. There has been increased access of the World Wide Web created new retail opportunities. Such companies include Amazon and Netflix, which became the death of video rental stores. Customers could now order their favorite movies online, receive them in mail, and send back at their convenience. Today, Netflix streams movies and has more than 151 million paid subscribers in over 190 countries around the world. It also offers a wide range of TV series, documentaries, and feature films across a wide variety of genre and languages, including original productions. Netflix was founded in August 1997 by two entrepreneurs, Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings. What you see on the slide is Reed Hastings during one interview. When it first opened, Netflix was purely a movie rental service. Users would have to order Netflix movies from the website and receive the DVDs via post. Okay? When they were finished with them, they would simply post it back to the Netflix in the envelopes provided when they got the DVDs. At the time, this was seen as a boon to those who did not have video rentals in their neighborhood. Rentals would cost at about $4 to $2 postage charge. After significant growth, Netflix switched to the subscriber-based model, what we are currently using. So, just an overview of how all of this comes into play. Let's have also a background on the different models of the television. The TVs In 1990 to 2005, cable operators upgraded their technology of signal transmission through fiber optic and coaxial cable. These broadband networks provided multiple channels, high-speed internet, and telephone through one single wire, which you'd have to subscribe. The customer has to subscribe and would pay for over a monthly scheme. In 2000 to 2010, this period saw the introduction of high-definition crystal clear picture in widescreen TV. The first high-definition TV launched in the year 1998 was very much expensive. Smart TVs were launched with features like smart remote controls, LED screens, 3D effect, and so on. Companies like LG, Samsung Electronics, and others launched their smart TVs around 2010. To maximize the entertainment experience not available on local channels, customers would have to subscribe to cable TV. But still, if I'm subscribed to cable TV, I still have to wait. Customer still has to wait for the show's schedule and wait until it airs. There are customers that would demand, or there are customers that would want to get access to their favorite TV series or movies or cable shows on demand, real time, at the time that they want to watch. Then the introduction of another player in the in entertainment, which is Roku. Roku allows you, is a gadget. Roku allows you to stream what you love, including TV, live news, sports, over 500,000 movies and TV episodes across thousands of free and paid channels. Another player on the entertainment is Amazon, Fire Stick, and the Chromecast. So how does all of this play in the role of digital disruptive technologies? Let us identify the kinds of customers that are interested in entertainment. These customers would include we can categorize these customers into 4 categories. So one, we have the most demanding viewer, those who'd like to see during the blockbuster opening, those who'd like to have the digital cinema experience. The next kind of customer, we'd categorize them as the high quality viewers. These are also the customers who would want to see the movies in the big screen but not on the opening night. Okay? There are also medium quality viewers who can opt for video rentals or cable subscription. There are also low quality viewers or low quality customers who would rather wait until these movies, these shows becomes available in the local free air channels, because these channels would usually play these movies during long week holidays, Christmas breaks, Holy Week, or their TV blockbuster premieres. So let's try to analyze which kind of customer am I? Which kind of entertainment enthusiast am I? Am I the most demanding viewer? Am I the high quality viewer? Am I the medium quality viewer or the low quality viewer? The kind of customer would take place importance on innovation because according to Clayton Christensen, disruptive technology is an innovation that significantly alters the way the customers, industries, or business operate. So the first player on how innovation comes to place is considering your customers. Who are my customers and what kind of service my customers would want from me? A disruptive technology sweeps away the systems or habits it replaces because it has attributes that are recognizably superior. Christensen is the author of Disruptive Innovation Model. Let us remember that what everyone ought to know about disruptive innovation is that a disruptive innovation is not a breakthrough innovation that makes good products a lot better. So it's different. Let's expound on the discussion of disruptive innovation model. In disruptive innovation model, you would see there, the graph shows you performance and features of products over time. Also, incumbent product A, which refers to the existing one, the existing provider, and a new product B. Alright, so the point of this idea is simple. Incumbent companies often add so many features to their products to the point when they actually overshoot their customers' capacity to utilize so many features of their products or service. In essence, they fall into the trap of over-designing. Customers sometimes get frustrated because they are paying so much, yet they are not using the new features that are being introduced by these products. These scenarios are the prime conditions for a new startup company or a new startup product to enter the market with much simpler, easier to use product that has fewer features but just enough to get customers' job done at a fraction of a time. So in this slide, you would see performance features over time. We would see the projectile of incumbent product A as opposed to a new product B also having performance and features and time that the customers will accept the new product in the market. This diagram shows you how users differ in terms of performance of a particular product. So we see the bigger or the higher the performance is, this is being appreciated by the most demanding user. Also, high quality use, medium quality use, some of the performance or features are just right for the low quality use. Okay? A new player will come into place when a new technology, which in this case we call disruptive technology, becomes available to the customer who is in the low quality usage of the performance of the existing product and does not use the additional features that the companies often put in addition to the existing features. Technologies as described by Christensen as the processes by which an organization transforms labor, capital, materials, and information into products and services of greater value. The idea of disruptive technology was to create a low-cost version of the high-end model. Maybe not all of the features available, but functional features are available to those who needs those features. The idea was to make the exact same product with fewer features so that it would be cheaper to make and cheaper to buy. So it's cheaper to make, cheaper to buy. When that becomes available, we see that the new user, the low quality user appreciates or uses and shifts from the incumbent product A to the new product B. Disruptive technology generally starts with performance below existing products but has different features. Recent developments, for example, in the television industry offer a treasure of trove of examples of disruptive innovation. Ever since high-speed internet became commonplace in homes, throughout the country, traditional cable and satellite companies have been overcome or overrun by Netflix. These online streaming services offer less content, that means cheaper than cable TV, but the content that is available on demand at the time that the user wants to watch with a fraction of monthly cost. However, despite these simpler and more affordable solutions, Netflix faced technology barriers due to the need for a computer or similar device to be attached to the TV. That means if I don't have internet access or I don't have a laptop, I cannot enjoy the benefits of Netflix. Then came the new players in entertainment. There's what we mentioned earlier, the Google Chromecast and the Amazon Fire Stick to attend to those concerns of the users not having or of the users not needing laptops to access Netflix, but will just use these third-party devices to their LED, LCD, non-smart TV, and then it becomes smart TVs. Okay. 5 things you should know about disruptive technology or disruptive innovation. New technologies or the technology industry should be available. Another one, adding own low-cost version of an existing product. It starts at the fringes of margins. These are learning companies, normally from startup companies, and generally performs worse than existing technology at first until they get acceptability of the market. 15 disruptive technologies trends. Eventually, these are what we think will become available and become acceptable to everyone. Robots becoming co-workers. As robots start to be employed for an increasing range of job roles well beyond the production line, with investment in advanced robotics increasingly, we will see the rise of robots, social robots who can read emotions and talk, used as digital assistants. Another is from wearable to implantables. While 2016 saw increasing use of health and fitness trackers in the insurance and healthcare industries, aside from wearables, there are now applications that are for experimentation for inside the body. Up to 50,000 people already have electronic RFID implants, and Intel now has a chip for controlling smart devices in the brain. Now, implantables have been available for pets to have their information, their owners and addresses in the early times. Bots. Advancements in AI-fueled machine learning and cloud software have led to real improvements in chatbot performance and real opportunities for business to take advantage. Because of our pandemic situation, most of our banking industries have designed chatbots instead of using the outsourcing BPOs or emails so that their clients would be able to access information on demand. Genetically modified life forms, DNA editing of the clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats, genome editing platform transforms biology. Genetically modified life forms have been used for simulation of pharmaceutical companies. AI replaces white-collar expertise. Machine learning success showcased AI as a more reliable way of replacing smart people working out patterns. 3D printing gels industrial. With the speed and scale of 3D printing increasingly exponentially in the last 3 years, it will soon move from being a tech novelty to a core part of a manufacturing and construction process in many industries. this could also be applied in personal cases. For example, you forgot to buy a gift for somebody or for a family member having a birthday. If you own a 3D printer, what you could do is just print your gift. Just an example. Okay. Item number 7, quantum computing gets practical. Companies start to think carefully about the effect of the quantum computing will have on their business models with the potential they bring for massive processes and data disruption. There are also opportunities and experiments for self-driving vehicles on high street. Most of the large automotive groups are developing prototypes or have bought driverless tech companies and are regaining lost ground. So eventually we'll have that. Blockchain disrupts more than banks. The disruptive potential of blockchain technologies has in 2016 proven not to be limited to currencies like Bitcoin disrupting the banking and mortgage systems. So this is one of the technologies that will be in place in the near future. VR as a commercial reality, no longer limited to entertainment and gaming sectors. Education and healthcare are at the front of this innovation, with other users also being found in everything from real estate to travel. From augmented reality to mixed reality. So AR was only really propelled into the limelight in the summer of 2016 because of, as you know, Pokemon Go became a global phenomenon. And yet the AR industry is predicted to hit global revenues of 90 billion by this year. So we just don't know how it's gonna affect because of our COVID-19 situation. Robots teaching themselves. Self-teaching robots have been one of the breakthroughs of 2016. More examples of bot-to-bot communication in which one machine shares its learning with another, and deep learning-based networks which robots can tap and teach themselves. I'll be providing you also with videos of this coming into place. Cybersecurity wars. One thing is sure, nobody can afford to ignore potential threats. The proliferation of big data and the rise of IoT makes businesses and consumers vulnerable, and the huge investment is being poured into the area. Because of Internet of Things, now we have Internet of Everything, we have to make sure that the cyberspace is safe against any cybersecurity attack. The things are taking over the internet with applications ranging from gardening, transport, energy, sport, to farming and medicine. Connected cars and smart homes are now all realities. Yet, while it is in smart cities and industrial IoT that significant changes to productivity, lifestyles, and business models will be seen. Included in disruptive technology trend is renewable and clean energy diversity. With increasing public appetite for green energy, now we have solar panels available. So hopefully soon, solar panels becomes cheaper and available to the middle class. The public has becoming aggressive on having this kind of renewable energy at their homes. Okay? Expect to be more disruption of energy companies and see more innovation in solar, wind, tidal, biomass, and geothermal technologies in virtual power stations. For those who have the solar panels at home, so what happens is you ask your electricity provider to give you another electricity meter that deducts your commercial electricity use and your renewable energy use. So with all of these things, what are examples that we can think of that applies disruptive technology? Some of the players you can think of now would be Uber, the year's most highly valued startup, although Uber is no longer available in the Philippines. Airbnb, the world's biggest accommodation company. If I have a free room, I could turn it into an income-generating machine and publish my vacant room in Airbnb. Snapchat, 2 billion pictures and videos disappear daily. Alibaba, helping consumers save, spend, and be entertained. Netflix, 70 million subscribers and content muscle. Apple, so Apple now is creating magic in wearables too. Google, another moonshot development of Google is the self-driving car. Waze, the largest community-based navigation app. So in summary, we could say that disruptive technology or innovation brands understands consumer trends before they become trends and capitalize on them than their competitors or the incumbent company. Many of these brands understand the shift to a sharing economy and have designed their business models accordingly. For an activity, you are to identify 3 disruptive technologies and apply the disruptive innovation model on how they became known to the market. Thank you for listening and thank you for not sleeping. For questions on this lesson, please post your question on our consultation channel or in our chat room. Thank you. Bye.